You'll have to keep emphasizing that, keep emphasizing interceptions, turnovers, all that
You
stuff.
do. That's a part of what we have to do as coaches. I mean, the more you emphasize something, the more the players will be focused on it. That's the goal we have set for ourselves every week, trying to get certain takeaways. You look across this country, teams that play good team football, offense and defense, look over their turnover margin.
Right.
If you're in plus territory, you have the opportunity to win more games. So we're going to stress it. We're going to continue to work on it, and hopefully good things happen because of it.
You didn't go around the locker room wearing a belt, did you?
No. I had to stand on the side. I'm more of a walk-around guy, so I couldn't take sides. I just enjoy watching the guys compete and those type of things.
Cool. Vance, when you saw 550 rushing yards in one game, does that almost boggle your mind?
You know what? I've seen the game on television. I've seen the video numerous times, and that's tough. That's tough. And you go back. I grew up in the wishbone era, Oklahoma and Alabama, and 300 yards rushing back in those days were something special. So when you look at that, it's somewhat disappointing and a little shocking. But you look at the video, a few plays here and there, a guy make a tackle or a guy does the assignment the right way, you can cut those numbers in half.
Did you watch it live on TV?
Yes, where I was watching the game on television whenever I could back wherever I've been, whether it be Michigan in the league. I'm going to watch Texas. I'm a Texas Tech. I'm a Longhorn through and through. And so you're always going to watch your home school. And, watching that game is like, it's a little disappointing. But that's part of life. You're going to have good days and bad days. And the thing about it, people make it as if that one game was a whole year. That was just one game, one day out of, 365 days. The sun's going to shine the next day, and you have to get up and go through it. And the thing about it, we talk to our kids about it, and we talk about how many yards they rushed last year. That's last year. It's a new opportunity, a new day, and that's the approach we have to make.
But it's the same guy, though, Taysom Hill. What did you see out of the UConn game? Is he still doing all the same stuff?
It's pretty much the same. And to be honest, you're going to laugh at this. He reminds me a lot of a quarterback that won the Heisman Trophy at the University of Florida.
Yeah.
He's 235 pounds. I mean, he is a strong guy. He's like a fullback when he gets the football in his hands. Mm-hmm. I mean, he got a little Tim Tebow-ish. I mean, he can run around and make plays, and he's faster than what you think he is. He throws well on the run. Mm-hmm. Third down and short, I mean, he becomes a fullback. You see a quarterback power, quarterback lead. He's a handful. If we can't contain him, it's going to be hard to win that ball game. We've got to be for real, and he's the key to their team.
When you're looking for ways to motivate guys during the summer, did that come up specifically, 550 yards?
No. It's the thing we talked about is us. Most important thing is what we do, what we think, and what we believe. It's about us at the end of the day. It's about us doing the right things to get better each and every single day. So we didn't harp too much on that. Our first game was North Texas State. Our focus was North Texas State. And you're getting ready for the rest of the season. You look at this conference, I think offensively, very dynamic. I think offensively, you look at compared to any conference in this country, we have the best offenses year in and year out. I mean, so when we think about not just Tayshaun, but everybody in this conference, you have to prepare for every single game. If not, you get 500 yards up easily. You blink your eyes, 500 yards. And BYU will be a perfect fit for this conference. They're going what everybody else does, 90 to 100 plays a game.
Can you tell your defensive guys are looking for revenge in this one, a little more amped up this week to pay them back?
I got to go back to when I played. When you go to University of Texas, every game is a championship game. Revenge, being amped up, I'm not into all of that. You come to the University of Texas for a reason, because you want to be the best, you want to play the best. So if you need motivation to go out there and get fired up, you shouldn't be here. You're here for a reason. You want to be in a position to play for championships one day. You want to be positioned to say, I want to be all conference one day. You want to be here, I want to have an opportunity to go to the league one day. Otherwise, don't come to the University of Texas. I mean, you got to get amped up because of something that happened in the past, something's wrong with you. I'll go back to years ago when I played here. We walked on the field. We were there. We were supposed to win. Why? We're University of Texas. That's why we came here. So I didn't need a paper clipping. I didn't read an article that Joe Blow said that they're going to run through us. That didn't faze me. When you came out there and I had to hook that horn on my helmet, the rest of it didn't matter. I looked at you. I'm going to knock your block off. Life goes on. This University of Texas and you the other people. Just that simple. That was a mindset back in the day. Are we there right now? No, we are not there at this time. But we plan to get back there. We have the right guy as a head football coach, Charlie Strong. That's his mindset. That's why he's been at Florida with 2 national championships. He's been at Notre Dame. He's been at South Carolina. And that's his mindset. We're going to bring that attitude back to the University of Texas. That's what it's all about. You're here for a reason, to win championships. Are we there right now? No, we're not there. To sit here and say we are, we're kidding ourselves. We have a ways to go. We got to build things, and that's what we're doing at this time.
Vance, how do you look at the defense's role any different with the injuries that were suffered on offense? Do you
No.
tell the guys
No, it
they
has.
may have to go score?
Remember the first thing I said when I first got here, and Bo Schembechler said this, and you hear Les Miles talk about it. It's about one thing, the team, the team, the team. But we one family. And so we have to work together, offense, defense, special teams. And sometimes one group might have to play a little bit better than the other group until the other comes along. That's part of being a team, though. I mean, if you got to think, you got to go out there and be totally different from what you were based on if a guy's injured, if a guy is missing for a game, then you have some real problems. We're going to go out there and do what we do on defense. We're not going to change what we're going to do. We're going to play fundamentally tough, hard-nosed football. And that's what we want to be here at the University of Texas.
You look at the numbers of your defenses at Louisville, and people didn't run on you at all, basically. I mean, what's priority one when you're putting together a game plan for this defense to accomplish that?
If you go in our room, and one thing that we believe in here is you're going to stop the run. So you might throw for 500, but we don't want you to rush for 500. We're going to put guys in a box. We're going to do everything we can to eliminate big run plays. And hopefully, if you tackle well and guys fit in their gaps properly, then you don't give up the big plays. And sometimes you play a great talent like the quarterback we're playing this week, he's going to make some plays. We totally understand that. And you have to live with that. Line up. Don't live in the past now. You live for that one play, the play that you're on at that time.
Vance, you talk about, you were disappointed watching that game last year, and you're hitting on the pride when you wear that Longhorns logo on your helmet, being a former defensive guy. Is that one of the reasons that BYU game last year was disappointing to you, because you have played on this Texas defense before and seen what happened?
That's a part of it. But for any defensive player across this country, I don't care who you're playing for, what team you're with, when you see a game like that, you're disappointed because you're a defensive player. Because right now the game is set up for offenses to be successful the way things are done right now. So it's an uphill battle for a defensive player. And for me, playing here at the University of Texas back in the 70s and 80s, that bothers me somewhat. And then being a defensive player, yeah, it does bother me. And that's part of it. So across this country, you talk to any defensive guys, we're in it by ourselves. We're on the island right now. The officials, they're all for the offense. The fans, they're all for the offense. Nobody likes defense anymore. But that's what it's all about right now. They want to see excitement. They want to see points. They don't want to see defense. So you got to go out there. You got to circle your wagons and say, let's go do the best we can. And let's try not to mess this thing up so the offense can go win it for us.
Vance,
Are
you
you-
said you're not where you need to be yet, and you'd be fooling people if you thought you were. But I mean, you can't start much better than you did on Saturday, right? I mean, is there a lot that you can come away with happy?
Well, if you were in our meeting Sunday, our players wouldn't tell you that defensively, because they got a good earful on some of the things they should have been doing, and that's part of it. And our offense did a great job for us, because when you look at time of possession and what they did, if you can keep your defense off the field, your defense can't lose games for you. My dad's a defensive coach. I grew up around defense. He used to always say, we're on the sideline, we'd never lose a ball game. And our offense converted on third downs when they had to. We got off the field on third downs. And it's going back to it's a team mindset. And you look at our guy kicking the ball off. He kicked the ball off in the end zone. So, again, we force people to go 75 yards. And 75 yards sometimes is tough going. It might be a holding penalty, somebody jumping outsides. Now they behind the sticks, and now you can go out and you can pressure a little bit. And I know people say we pressure a lot in that game. We didn't. I'll tell you that right now. We were very conservative in that game. That's what we want to do. We want to be conservative and let our down linemen go play good football for us.
Vance, Jason Hall, did he get in your doghouse in week one? Where is he, and do you expect him to play this week?
Now, why would you ask me if somebody's at doghouse? No, Jason.
The starter we heard.
Oh no, he was out. I say he was in the rotation.
Okay.
Which he was in the rotation, and just so happens we had certain series where certain guys were out there a few plays longer. He went out there in certain situations, and they were 3 and out. So his numbers were not what some of the other guys were because he was 3 plays and out. He was in there a couple of times on 3rd down, and that's why his numbers of plays weren't as high as some other guys. That's all it was.
One
Time for 2 last ones?
One thing Charlie said Monday was that formation recognition wasn't very good. Are there things like that and other things that y'all just need more time to do, or do y'all expect them to?
Well, going back to the North Texas State game, and we talked to the defensive staff, there's certain formations they only ran 2 or 3 plays out of, and we did not do a great job of recognizing those plays. When you break any opponent down, everybody's going to have a foundation of what they're going to do.
Right.
I mean, you can say we're going to have some trick and dick plays, but at the end of the day, when the game's on the line, you go back to your bread and butter.
Sure.
And so if you recognize formations, where guys are, you have a good idea of what kind of plays they're going to run. Now you have opportunity to stop those plays. And we need to do a better job of those things. Formation recognition, where players are, those type of things.
Last one?
Is the mandate to hit Hill every play?
Now, our mandate is to win the football game. I mean, he's just one of many things guys we have to stop. I mean, if you focus on just a guy, those other guys will beat you. You have to be careful. Do we have to stop him and control him? We need to try to control him where he doesn't go for 259 yards again. That's number one. But the other guys, I mean, they have some guys now can go. I mean, the receivers are big, they're physical, they're matchup problems. 6'4", 6'5", against 5'11" receivers, jump balls makes you nervous. And you got a running back. He's a 10-5, 100-meter guy. If he hits the crease, he can take the distance. So we got to stop their entire team. It's going to take a team to win this Saturday at 6:30. It's going to take our fans to show up again for 101,000 fans. We need all the help you can do. They go hurry, hurry now. We need to slow them down with a lot of noise so they can't not make checks at the line of scrimmage. The defense needs your help. The defense needs your help. Hook them. See you.